Namaskar. I am Supriyo Dutta, and I consider myself a very simple student of my art form, that is Hindustani classical music, or rather Indian raga music. In the wide spectrum of human experience that our life has to offer, our emotions capture some rare snapshots of moments which leave an indelible impression in our minds. And my journey of life has not been any exception. Since the early days of my childhood, my inclination towards music has been largely due to the proactive initiative taken by my parents, though they didn't hail from a family of professional musicians. I remember the interest was more precisely fostered in me by my mother, who wanted me to pursue it as my hobby. With the passage of time, my slowly evolving passion of music intensified, immersing me more and more in Hindustani classical in particular. I was really unaware when my subject of relaxation turned into my passion and subsequently culminated in my much aspired profession. Well, the difficult moment arrived when I had to appear for my board exams for 10th standard, followed by the 12th standard, which are considered to be the most difficult examination in India. And that even with science as your mainstream. While at the same time, I had to carry on with my rigorous practice and receiving talim from my Guruji. I was learning with Pandit Ramkrishna Basu of the Indur Gharana at that time. I still remember it was one of the most challenging moments for me to strike a balance between these two, while at the same time remaining equally focused in both. It was really a difficult moment, but highly challenging, I must say as well. I deliberately didn't appear for any medical or engineering entrances because by that time I really made up my mind to take a plunge into this depth of raga music. It's a funny incident that though I was quite popular in the high school days among friends as a rock enthusiast and a popular music singer or pop singer, but I always had the undying desire to carve a niche in the professional world only as a classical vocal musician. I remember while most of my friends were studying in the IITs, medical colleges, managements, etc., along with indulging in lots of party time, fun and like frolic of the college days, my days were spent mostly in talim, that is, you take a lesson from your guru, and riyaz, the same thing, you keep practicing, like repeating a same line again and again, sometimes almost as a tenacious as singing only a scale for 8 hours at a stretch, as for example. Just one scale, singing, ascending and descending, 8 hours. Well, in frequent get-togethers, while most of the parents proudly boasted their children's assured success in the careers they had opted for, my parents were struck down by a dilemma and constant apprehension at the uncertain future of my chosen field. This was really challenging milestone I faced in my life, to also make my parents believe that, well, with all your blessings, I will surely, do something with whatever I am staying and loving to do. But rising to the occasion and with the benevolent blessings of my gurus and parents, I completed my master's degree in music as a topper from the university, and was also awarded gold medal from the Honorable Governor. Well, by then I had also received a few other prestigious awards, appeared in many concerts, festivals, and even started receiving the much coveted national scholarship from the Ministry of Culture for my skills and accomplishments in this genre of music. Well, one of my achievements in during that time I will consider also, like if I go back in my memory, was I had my maiden overseas concert tour while I was in the final year of master's degree, and today till now, again I will say with all your blessings and well wishes, I have been performing extensively in India in some of the most well recognized festivals, concerts, and I have also been fortunate enough to be invited by many of festivals in abroad, from Europe, from United States of America, from Australia, and specifically I would like to say Italy has been my second home, and Italian audiences have showered with so much of blessings and well wishes on me that I will never forget, and I'll stay. I'm in much debt about it. So keep blessing me and keep showering your love on me so that I can continue my journey on this music till my last day. Thank you so much. Namaskar. Hinduism is just not a religion or dharma. It's a way of life, a way a person must lead his life in this world. Hinduism has been considered, that's why, the oldest religion in the world. Many practitioners refer even to this religion also as Sanatan Dharma, or the eternal way, which refers to the idea that its origin lies beyond human history as revealed in ancient texts. Hinduism is further considered as Vedic Dharma also. That is the Dharma that is related to the Vedas, which is, Vedas is actually considered some of the most ancient scientifically written texts available in this world. Well, I am fortunate enough to be a practitioner of an art form that can also trace its origin directly from the Vedas and is considered one of the most ancient traditional art form, not only in India but also in the whole world. This is an Hindustani classical music that I am talking about, or rather raga music. Well, yet this art form, the raga music, is one of the most contemporary music believed not only by me but also by all legendary maestros of music. This music has both discipline, strict rules, and tradition on one side, while creativity and enormous scope of improvisation on the other side. The same thing that Hinduism also teaches you, like you must have all sorts of traditional values within you, but you must also go forward with those traditional values with the time. In Hindu texts, you get these two words. One is Shruti and Smriti. Shruti means the thing that you hear, and Smriti means the thing that you remember or heard and remembered. The major scripts of which are actually the Vedas. And the same method is followed while learning Indian raga music as well. Maybe only from the last century things were documented as notation, but still they are mostly for references. Main knowledge is actually received from the guru or the maestro, that a student or the follower hears from him directly and remembers, and ultimately performs it or practices it. Well, Hinduism basically prescribes the eternal duties such as honesty, patience, forbearance, self tolerance, and self restriction, compassion. The same thing even lies in Indian raga music. If you hear the structure of a raga, you will find that there is absolutely strict rules hidden inside the melodic structure. Yet, the performer has the freedom to improvise on them, staying in that own path. It's like as if you are having a lifestyle on your own. I mean, a specific lifestyle that gives you that freedom to do whatever you feel like, but staying always in those discipline that is given to you. And I find this is so much related with the religion or the Sanatan Dharma that we are talking about at the moment. Well, if you consider the power of true form of music is also immense and carries far deeper implications. It rises far above the mundane existence and creates the passage to self-realization, awakening our mode of consciousness, and the same kind of self-realization that can be achieved through yoga or meditation that are highly prescribed in Hinduism or Sanatan Dharma. On this context, I would like to say that raga music or Indian classical music is such a practice that takes you into deeper introspection, thus increasing your logical senses in a level to which you ultimately find within yourself the sense of belief and the sense of surrendering in life to something that is wherever your devotion is attached with, you must find a way to surrender there. You must find a way to have the essence of belief in that part, but with all logical senses awakened at the same time. The most ancient Indian musicologists have scripted the basic definition of raga as ranjayati iti raga. That is, whatsoever colors our emotion with a splash of vibrant strokes and triggers a trail of deeper sensation can be identified as a raga. That which brings joy and delight, colors the mind, charmingly influences the emotion of the audience, and is charged with aesthetic sentiments to beautify music. This is the most primitive definition we get of the concept of a raga. But in reality, whatever appears to be apparently colorful cannot necessarily be assumed to meet the requirements of a raga always. Like the same way, if you think that you have your own discipline, you have your own rules, and you think you are correct in every way, maybe you are wrong at some point. And that is so well said and preached in Sanatan Dharma as well. That follow the rules that are given to you from the tradition, from the lineage that is coming. Basically, raga is a tonal framework for composition and improvisation. It has a particular scale with certain specific movements while ascending and descending within the scale. It has further some strict rules of combination of notes inside, like which notes to be used frequently or which should be held for long duration and which notes to be used less frequently. Well, thus invoking a particular emotion and establishing a specific character of its own. So you see that this music is so well related with Sanatan Dharma. So, people, if you believe in Sanatan Dharma, do believe in Hindustani classical music as well. Ultimately, I believe these two are like two flowers which has come up from the same soil. Thank you and namaskar.